Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I'm over it so bad when it comes to this. I'm over it so bad. My lighting just don't want to be lit. Me and my hat. How y'all doing? Happy whatever day of the week. Oh, Monday. Happy Monday. Let's get into it. I'm obsessed with this hat. I was just thinking playing with stuff and I was like, let me come on here and go live. And this is how I do. How I be looking. So, y'all, Neptune is in Aries right now. And I made some notes because I was thinking about just a lot of things. And I think what I'm going to do is just use this as an opportunity to make a reading on the subject because I think it's important. Now, I'm going to let a couple of y'all come in here. Get this going. Trying to share my video. How are y'all? It's so much going on in the world. I hope y'all staying warm. I hope you are protecting your mental health. I hope that you are not doom scrolling. It is wild out there, but I just don't want you to get overwhelmed with a lot. So, I'm sending love and good energy to everybody. And I just hope y'all just pushing through. Okay. I'm just sharing this so I can get just some people in here to talk to me. But yeah, talk to me about y'all day. How it's been so far? What y'all do? What's going on? What's going on? Mondays be like the roughest day of the week for me because it's like everything gets back to, normal or whatever. So, it'll just be a lot. But how's your Monday going? How y'all feeling? Come in here and chat with me. I would love to hear how your day is going. Okay, so let's talk about Neptune and Aries. So I made some notes. Sorry about my lighting, it's freaking me out. I'm just gonna lean in here into it. So with Neptune and Aries, so Neptune has been in Pisces, so for like ever. So that's just all about, really my biggest takeaway with that is just delusion. And then we have been really infatuated with, we've been really infatuated with things not being as they seem. Like, when you think about who's been popular, what's been working, beauty standards, things of that nature, all of that is Neptune and Pisces. But now with Neptune being in Aries, it's like, okay, we gotta act. We gotta move, we gotta go, we have to, okay, light coming on finally. We gotta lean into who we are and not who other people want us to be. Because I am a Pisces, but Pisces are heavy on martyrdom, heavy on altruism and other people, heavy on kind of like, a lot of intuition, a lot of going with the flow. But this Aries energy, one thing I just want to just bring up and speak to everybody about is reinvention. So you might already feel yourself thinking like, I want to do something different. I want to be more. I want to go forward. What I will say to you is if that's coming up, make sure that you're planning your actions, not just popping up, running all around, doing whatever you want to do. Be strategic, be calculated, be mindful, be intentional. That will help things work out for you. And I say that because with this energy, there's going to be a lot of rebranding energy. Like it's kind of like y'all going to wake up and be like, this doesn't work for me anymore. I hate my job. I hate my dog. I hate my hair. And yes, really, like what they saying, 12 steps, like recognize you got a problem is the first step. But that's the first step. It is 12 steps. Okay, so once you realize and get that, you identify what the issue is, then you gotta like plan to fix whatever the issue is. You can't just jump up. And I mean, Aries is very impulsive. So that's why I'm kind of like saying this to y'all, so y'all could be mindful of that, because you are going to feel impulsively called. And that's another thing to just be mindful of. What is the difference between obsession and intuition? Right now, what you should be doing is really, I don't even know when we get to the cards, but right now what you should be doing is leaning into understanding yourself, your spirit guides, your body, your needs. We all have trauma. We all have things and stuff that kind of like gets in our way. And there's a difference between, I tell people all the time, especially through yoga, it's like, it's your mind, it's your body, and then it's your heart. And there's a separation, but it's all one system, but there is a separation between them. And if you guys have ever read The Alchemist, it speaks about how your heart will protect you and say things to you so that you like don't go further or don't lean into things. And with Neptune and Aries, it reminds me of The Alchemist in that way, but also kind of in a reverse where it's like your heart is like, you deserve it to do it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just going to be quoting a bunch of stuff, but like, we don't really mess with Dave Ramsey no more, but y'all know what I mean. It's, Dave Ramsey speaks about like, now I'm going, it's my real job. Okay, so when it comes to your finances, a lot of times you be having a hard time and you already tight and you be like, I'm just going to treat myself to dinner out. But that dinner out costs you being late on your rent. So that's what I mean with Neptune and Aries. You have to be very strategic. You have to be very mindful. You have to be very alive, because yes, your heart is going to say you deserve things. Yes, you're going to want to reinvent. Yes, you're going to rebrand, but also you have to make sure that you are doing what you need to do and not what you want to do in that moment, because Aries is very, like, Aries is the baby of the zodiac. And I don't know if you guys have ever, if you are Aries placements, if you ever dealt with Aries, if you ever dated Aries, if you have Aries in your family, but Aries are very much like, what do they say? Shoot first, ask questions later. They're very much ask for forgiveness, don't ask for permission. Some things will come up in your life that causes that, right? Which is why it's going to be, this hat looks so little, which is why it's important for you to be in touch with your intuition. But a lot of things are not. So again, there's a difference between obsession and intuition. And let me speak to that. You are going to be so called to pivot, to shift. Hey, Harris, to change, Jerica. Hey, you're going to want to do so much. It's not to say that you can't do it, but just make sure you have a plan to do it. Like, you could get a call to quit your job. Okay, logically think about that. If you quit your job, how you going to pay your bills? I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but like, how you going to pay your bills? Now, yes, sometimes it's going to be a situation of leading out on faith, but that's why you got to be sitting at your altar, creating an altar, talking to your spirit guides, talking to yourself, leaning into your intuition, trusting your discernment, because you might be called to move. And if you're called to move and it's aligned to move, trust it and move. But don't just sit here and be like, I can't take this anymore, because it is a different energy. And I think we need to speak more about that when we are spiritual people. Like, I've been working a lot. Working a lot with grounding myself and taking accountability for myself and recognizing when I'm in other people's business and it's not my own, or when other people's business is being put upon me, which is going to be hard for me because I'm a Pisces stellium, and I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, but also a lot of times it be like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. And I'm leaning more to, this ain't got nothing to do with me. And it's been really helping me. And I just want to say the same for y'all, because when you get stuck, when you feel stuck, and I'm also bringing this up too, because, you know, doing these communal readings, doing readings for like everybody, it be so much stuff to be coming up and you be like, ooh, but it be the same things that's coming up. So one thing is, like, a lot of people are feeling stuck right now. A lot of people are feeling unsure what to do. A lot of people are feeling, Spirit wants me to say, scared, very anxious. And that makes sense, especially with everything going on in the world. But also what makes sense is to kind of withdraw yourself. One thing about media is it's meant to disturb and distort you, which is why I really try not to be on social media a lot, which is why I try not to like doom scroll. I don't even really watch a lot of TV for real. I just try to kind of be present, be in the moment. There's other little things I do, you know what I'm saying? And of course I'll late night scroll, laugh or something or whatever, but I really like to be present. I like to be outside. I like to listen to music. Even with music, I'm mindful of what I listen to. I'm just gonna tell y'all, do the same things. Think about what entertains you. Think about because what entertains you is part of your escape. So if you get entertained by baddies, it's like, why you got so much drama going on? If you get entertained by, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna judge, because of course, like, I like messy stuff too, but we all do, like, it's whatever. But you got to think about how much of that you consume. Are you consuming little bites of it? Or are you consuming all of it? Because here's another thing, and I'm saying this because, yes, I read tarot, I do my yoga, I do all these other things, but I say I'm in the wellness coaching space. So people are always talking about how they want to shift their life, change their life, wish it was different, wish it was more. But it's like, you're always looking at other people live their life. Why are you not living your life? Why are you not outside? Why are you not learning a new recipe? Why are you not dancing? Why are you not trying to make friends? You got to do that for yourself. And, you know, I'm saying a bunch of important things, but I'm saying a bunch of nothing. Because don't get obsessed with what other people are doing and wish that in your heart for yourself. Go out there and get it and add it into your life the way you want it. So that's what's important. Also, another thing is coming up with Neptune and Aries, and this is not no reading, this is just giving you guys astrological facts, really general stuff. You not gonna be an NPC no more. Cause like some of y'all are not, I was talking to my homegirl about this last night. A lot of y'all are not active participants in your own life, and you are very unhappy, and you're looking at everybody else moving and being main characters or you know, a supporting cast, and you just afraid to jump up and be somebody. And I'm just telling you, stop being afraid to live your life. Fuck them people. What they saying, what they think about you, don't worry about them. Worry about you, because I'm going to tell you right now, those people that you worried about are miserable. The things that you see other people have, and that's why, you know, I'm saying all this stuff, but that's why it is said in a specific text that you shouldn't covet what your neighbor has, because a lot of times you be wishing you had what somebody else had, and then later you see, oh, they had such a beautiful home, and this, now her husband was beating the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, all kind of stuff, and you be like, oh, that's what you wanted? You want somebody going upside your head every damn day? Like, you gotta, I don't want nothing but what God got for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing else. I look at stuff, I think like, you know, oh, how can I create that for myself? You get what I'm saying? That kind of energy. But like, I already look at nobody and be like, oh man, I wish that was me. Cause a lot of people's life be stressful, and I don't want that kind of stress. I like my stress, and I just want some increases on it. Okay. So just be thinking about that. And another thing about being an NPC is like giving other people control over you. Y'all got to call y'all power back. Y'all got to call y'all power back. Y'all got to call y'all power back. Call it back. You let so many people upset you. You let so many people dictate your energy. And when I say dictate your energy, it's like you get into it with a coworker. That's your whole day. Why? Fuck her. Fuck Nancy from accounting. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, I don't know who y'all work with, but you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. What you worried about her for? Sending you an email, getting on your nerves, and then you fuck these people, okay? Or something going on with your family. It's like you give people so much control when you literally can block a bitch. You can hang up your phone. If y'all know the amount of funerals that I have for people that are alive, because you're not about to be playing with me, talking to me crazy, bothering me. You can leave me the hell alone. Hey, Latoya, you can leave me alone. And that's what I'm talking about, giving people your powers. In this season with Neptune and Aries, you can no longer be an NPC. You're going to have to be there. If you're going to have to be alive, you're going to have to be open and alert. Remember, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. They are the babies of the zodiac. So they want to see, they want to touch, they want to feel, they want to be there, and they want you to know that they're there. You have to stop shrinking yourself. In your relationships, it could be a situation, where, you just going with the flow with your partner or such and such, and you unhappy. Don't blow up. Open your mouth, okay? Because that's what an Aries is going to do. They're going to say what they want, and then they're going to do what they want, right? Now, another thing is really important. I just remember to tell y'all, Neptune and Aries is about boundaries. You got to set boundaries with them folks. And here's the thing about boundaries. Boundaries is how we teach people. Boundaries are for us, okay? And this is helping people, teach people how to interact with us, engage with us. It's for us. Now, with the boundaries, You have to sometimes set boundaries with people that you love. People that you love, you got to set boundaries with. I was literally thinking about that in the shower before I got on here. It's like, I love my husband and my daughter so much. They both was home today. When I tell you they stress me out, I need some boundaries with them, right? You need boundaries with your family. You can love people and say, hey, let me have a moment. Hey, let me do this, let me do that. Boundaries are not a bad thing, you know, and it's important that we have boundaries with people because we got to be in our own, that's another thing too, you got to be in your own energy. Everything that's going on right now is going to be calling on you to be fully you. You're going to have to know what's going on with you, not picking up, and so you can tell when you're picking up on somebody's energy because you could wake up one day and be irritated and be like, why am I irritated? Oh, because of this. That's how you got to be in tune right now for what's coming. And a lot of y'all are just gonna, a lot of us in general are just gonna have like interesting energy when it comes to our, sorry, I got an email. Interesting energy when it comes to our identities. It's like, am I what I believe or am I this? Am I, am I just a mother or am I a person? Stuff like that. And that's why it's really important to really start spending some time with spiritual grounding and learning yourself and getting in tune because that's going to be really stressful, but also enlightening. And it's going to be necessary because one thing about this Aries and Neptune shit, you either going to let go or be dragged. And there's a lot of things we all have to let go of when it comes to just every facet of our lives. And it's okay. Change is necessary for growth, but I'm just really hope y'all get what I'm saying and leaning into y'all about tapping in. And when I'm saying tapping in, listening to your intuition, allowing your spirit guides to lead you, asking for support, setting boundaries. These things are going to be really, really important. Now, another thing that's going to come up is like committing to your goals. So everybody start their new year at a different time. I ain't about to get into that, but it's really interesting. This is coming up before we get into the traditional New Year or the Chinese New Year, right? This is a good time if you haven't or you've been kind of back and forth about setting your goals and setting those goals with boundaries. Say, for instance, you want to lose weight. Okay, what does that look like? How do you do that? What do you need to eat? What do you need to, how often do you need to be working out? What's the timeline for it, right? Saying, for instance, you want to start a job, like start a new business or, there's just a lot of things that are coming up with your goals and stuff, and you're going to have the energy to push forward. You might doubt, you might get scared, you might even overshoot, but it's going to come up and you're going to be reevaluating where you need to ground. Hey, Marie. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. Neptune and Aries is really going to help you lock in. And, it's winter. Things will get difficult, but if you have a vision, if you have a plan, this is a good time to kind of like redefine it and act on it. I really want y'all to lock in before we get to February 1st. February 1st is going to be February is an interesting month for astrology. I really want y'all to just lock in now so you can take advantage of all the beautiful things that are coming. Another thing that's coming up with Neptune and Aries is that you're going to be leaving toxic spaces. That could be work environments. That could be families. That could be relationships. That could even be, you might have a toxic habits that you do, or you treat yourself not in the best way. That's going to be, you're going to be growing out of that. Because with the identity shifts, it's kind of like, well, how I'm going to be losing weight if I'm beating myself up about this all the time? Like, why am I talking to myself like this? That doesn't motivate me. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a lot of self-awareness going on, and I love this for everybody. Another thing is some of y'all going to be starting side hustles. Some of y'all going to be starting businesses. Some of y'all are going to be, doing what you can to advance in your career. You're literally going to be feeling like, I need more. What does more look like? How do I get more? And you're going to be going after it. And I love that for you. I love that for you. Okay. Cause there's a lot of money out here and you better go get it. Now, I already spoke to trusting your intuition, but I think a lot of people have to identify what their intuition is. Meditation helps with the clarity. and just sitting and being still. Therapy can help with that as well. Like getting a therapist to just kind of sort past old emotions or traumas, or just kind of like get a second opinion. I highly suggest cognitive behavior therapy. I always tell people to get that. Most times when I do a reading, I tell people, hey Danity, Latoya, hey. Most times when I do a reading, I tell people to get therapy. It not because it comes up most times, and a lot of times it's like there's blocks and it's hard, especially as being Black people. It's like it take a lot to win. So even when you win it, there could be guilt, there could be frustration, there could be desire for more. But therapy is a good thing to have healing sessions. My Tarot, she does healing sessions, so y'all can book with her. I would highly suggest that. But yeah, definitely you gotta learn what you gotta learn. It's good to look for signs, but then like, do you know you? Like I could tell y'all, like when I get sick, like earlier I was like feeling a little bit off. I knew I was feeling off because I know my body. You get what I'm saying? If I'm hungry for salt or something, I'm like, oh, this is going on. Y'all got to get in touch with your body like that. Yoga helped me a lot. I've been doing yoga for like 20 years, like 19, almost 19 years. About, yeah. 20 years now, because my daughter's 19. So I've been doing yoga for 20 years, so that kind of like tapped me into it. And I'm a master yoga teacher, so there's all a bunch of stuff, whatever. But even still, I falter with that, and I could be a lot better with kind of locking in. But I do know my body. And I think when I'm speaking about intuition, that is more of a spiritual aspect. But I feel like the first baseline is knowing you, being able to listen to what your body needs, being able to listen. That is rough. You need a Cuban elixir. You got some get some cayenne pepper. You ain't asked me, but since you told me this, I'm gonna just tell you. So some cayenne pepper, some honey, some garlic, some lemon juice, onion, red onion. I'm missing one ingredient: honey, cayenne, onion, lemon, garlic. Mix all that up. Drink it. You'll be feeling better in like 2 days. Call it the Cuban elixir. Yeah, just get on out. Yeah, I love yoga. Yoga's like, I used to say yoga was my husband before I got married. Hey, Demetrica. Dimitri. I ain't about to fuck that up. Tell me how to pronounce your name in the comments, because I want to say it right. But I'm talking about Neptune and Aries, y'all. We basically about to get a power up to move into whatever energy, do whatever we want to do, be whoever we want to be. Make sure you're setting boundaries with your folks, even the ones that you love. Make sure that you are not just, so important. Don't get scammed, y'all. With Neptune and Aries, motherfuckers are going to be talking such a good game. They're going to be talking, and it's going to seem right. This is why it's important to get in touch with your intuition right now, because it's like you're going to be led. You're going to want, the thing is, everybody going to want this big, massive change. So many people, or that you're going to want it, you're just going to want to change, and you want to go forward with it. But it's like people going to come in and be like, oh, all you got to do is this. And you're going to be like, okay, I'll do this. No, don't do that. Pray on it. I don't even know what they're going to ask you to do, but it's like, don't get scammed. Like, listen, be skeptical, ask questions, get clarity, sleep on it. Do not get scammed. Okay? That goes for everything, because what's happening right now with the shifts in a spiritual space, a lot of people saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going back to whatever they were doing, or I don't want to do this anymore in general. Okay? So a lot of the fakes is falling off. And then a lot of the reals is popping up, coming back, or re-emerging in a different way, and you'll see them. But because everyone, doing good, Jacqueline. I'm talking about Neptune and Aries. Because there's going to be so much desire for change, everybody's going to be offering something to help you feel better about you. You got to know who the fuck you are. Think about COVID, right? Everybody was getting their money, and they were like, oh, start a small business. So then everybody was selling a class. Everybody was selling digital marketing. Everybody was doing this, right? And then everybody was buying it up. you had the money, you had the capital to do it, whatever, so folks did it, but people didn't really get what they invested into it. Some of it had to do with them. Some of it had to do with just, it wasn't really nothing that they were getting offered. Some people lazy. Some people really weren't selling nothing worthwhile. But with Neptune and Aries, I just see a boost of that coming, or people just talking slick and trying to scam you because you want to feel better about yourself. So just be mindful. Now, when I'm saying this, that could be in a beauty space. That could be in workspace, whatever. Because there's so many shifts and changes, and there's so much stuff going on in the world right now. So you are going to want to feel better, which is another reason why it's really important to stop doom scrolling. So obviously y'all seeing me and looking at me on the app, but really decrease your time on these apps, or look at things that make y'all happy. I do not want to say this because I do not want folks ruin it, but I love Threads. I will be on Threads and I'll look at it and it be funny and I laugh and I get off, right? And I set myself a little time, 10 minutes I look on Threads. I love Threads. It's funny and I go, right? All of this, TikTok stressed me out. I've definitely been live on there a couple times. I post content on there. It stressed me out because it'd be too much stuff going on. Facebook stressed me out sometimes because it'd be like little arguments and stuff. I'm grateful for the community I'm building over here. It's fun. I do love YouTube. I'm building over there, of course. I'm on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? I'm on all the platforms, but what are you consuming when you're on the platforms, right? And everybody's brain works differently, but think about also what you're getting out of the day. Like I told my family, you got to spend an hour cleaning, right? Maybe I told my friend last night, maybe you just spend an hour on social media. You got a whole day, get outside of nature, do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to figure it out for you, because I just don't want y'all getting scammed. So don't get scammed. Another thing is keep your basement. And what I mean by keep your basement is, however you make your money, whatever brings you stability, keep that. You're going to have the desire to leave, to shift, to say fuck it all, to let it all go. Hold on tight. Protect your family. Protect your relationship. Protect your health, especially mentally. Keep your shit together, because you could be attacked for staying grounded. You could feel at ease with yourself for not shifting because you're going to get a desire to do something different, but keep your baseboard. Now, what I mean is, like, you might want to start a small business and you're like, oh, I don't have time to do the business. I got to boom, boom, boom. Keep your job. Keep your job. Keep your job until you can transition. Think of it all like that, because remember, Aries is the baby of the zodiac. So what do babies do? Crash out, cry, and they be like, oh, I'm sorry. You can't do that. You an adult. So keep your basement. And that's what everything. You gonna want to change stuff, and you can change it up, but don't risk anything that you can't get back readily. And don't get dope on the dopamine. Again, a lot of people just gonna want to do things because it's gonna make them feel better. So that means falling for gurus. That means overspending. That means overextending. Aries is a fire sign, and it's very pop, 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 pop. You have to stay grounded. That's like literally everything I'm saying comes back to you being grounded in you. And it don't mean you gotta be perfect, because you gonna fuck up. We all gonna fuck up. Neptune is gonna be in Aries for a very long time. But as you're going into this energy, I'm telling you this so you could be mindful. And of course, I could have pulled cards and said whatever, but I was just like, let me talk, because I'm a little bit of an astro girly. And I was just like, let me just talk about this. Because when y'all come here on my page, and as my page is growing and I'm just growing and doing this stuff, I want to make sure that I'm being who I am, right? So if I'm sharing my spiritual practices with y'all, if I'm sharing my card reading or whatever with y'all, I just want to be who I am spiritually anyway. I was looking at, wow, Neptune is in Aries. And I've been thinking about it coming into Aries. And I'm like, okay, all right. Now, it means these things about regarding war, these other things. But also, what does it mean for the collective? What does it mean for me? And then as I was sitting and meditating on that, well, not like a full meditation, but just thinking about that, I was like, okay, I got to tell people about this. I got to share this with people, because it's going to impact everything you do. It's going to impact how you feel about yourself. It's going to impact how you feel about your neighbor, your partner, your job. You're not going to want to stay. So I have to tell y'all that that's like, if you start feeling weird and being like, this shit is not working for me, that's because of the planets. And, when it comes to everything, I'm definitely grateful for my ancestors. I'm locked in. I listen to stuff. But also, I am a seasonal. I'm with the seasons, right? When we in spring, we in spring. We in summer, we in summer. It throws me off because I am from Detroit, but living on the West Coast, it's the same all the time. So I really be paying attention to the seasons and like, you know, the alignment and stuff. Cause I be like, what year, what month was that? You know what I'm saying? Cause how it looks today is January. This could easily be November or August. Yeah, well, maybe September. You know what I'm saying? Well, even in the summer, it'd be hot forever. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that for that. So yeah, basically that's really what I was gonna do today, is just talk to y'all about Neptune and Aries. I also have another announcement. Private readings are available 7 days a week. I am going to be doing a major shift with my pricing. I want to make my pricing more accessible and more aligned with my purpose and what I need to be doing. So I'll make a further announcement, but just look, by tomorrow, everything should be updated as far as my pricing. Because currently my readings for an hour are like 80. They're going to be going down to 50. I just want to put everything in alignment as it should be for a myriad of reasons. And yeah, if you need a reading, if you have a question, if you want to talk about yoga, if you want to talk about mom stuff, if you want to just chat, my DM ain't far away. And my website is up, and everything is bookable for fortunexflow.com. I'm just grateful for y'all here, grateful for you watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube. YouTube, it gets full. I always repost the videos over here, but there's like full form, long format content on there. And I'm going over, some really important information. But I will say the world is heavy right now. And it's a lot going on. And I just want you guys to take care of your mental health, protect your immune system. Spirit wanted me to say that. And then just prepare, right? We're in winter. So keep yourself nourished. Eat in home. Try to eat healthy. Garner your strength. Spend time with people that you love and keep your vibrations high by consuming content, be that a TV show, a song, an old video, things that really keep you uplifted. And call your congressman and report. I posted something about that. I'm probably gonna repost it here, but call your congressman. A lot of the stuff that they do is still manual labor. So when we call and blowing them up and bothering them, somebody has to physically answer the phone. Somebody has to deal with that. You know what I mean? And they have to report it. And it might feel like we don't have any power. It might feel like we don't have enough. Might feel like things are beyond our hands. But if you feeling like that, I don't know why you're watching me. I don't know why you're watching any spiritual content. You need to get to work. You need to get to work to protecting yourself. You need to get to work with arming yourself. Yes, arming yourself. And arming yourself not just but arming yourself with centered health and a sound mind, because that's what you really need to fight. Keep those vibrations high, guys. Keep them high. Thank you so much for being in this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.